2-minute penalty box. Caitlin Clark proposes hockey-styled fights to improve NBA ratings. Nowadays, it seems as if everyone has an opinion on the NBA's struggling TV ratings. Several notable athletes, some of whom don't even play basketball, have thrown out ideas. Caitlin Clark also threw out an interesting proposal during a ratings debate with Travis and Jason Kelce on New Heights. Jason asked the WNBA star how the NBA could remedy its ratings issue besides switching up the courts, a reference to the league's in-season tournament spectacle. While Clark couldn't quite put her finger on why the league's ratings are struggling, it didn't stop her from discussing off-the-wall ideas with Travis. After the Indiana Fever guard underlined how much she loved three-point shooting, the Chiefs tight end asked her what she thought about adding a four-point line. Both Clark and Jason approved of the idea, with the latter surprised that his younger brother brought up such a genius idea. However, an excited Clark jumped right back into the conversation, throwing out a truly bizarre suggestion after Travis referenced her previous comment on the NBA's change in physicality. The 35-year-old first threw out the idea of a hockey-style fight, which Clark was immediately on board with. 2-minute penalty box, you can come back in, you don't get ejected, she added. The penalty box has been an effective way of punishing NHL players who get too scrappy during games. Taking away the likelihood of a mid-game ejection in favor of a 2-minute suspension could make NBA players more physical and aggressive, undoubtedly boosting the game's entertainment value. Clark also discussed the reason for the NBA's ratings drop. Jason also questioned why the ratings are down in the first place, which prompted Clark to first mention how the league's opening night was extremely successful, so the concerning ratings decline has been confusing to follow. The 22-year-old continued how talented the league is today, which is why it sometimes looks like the players aren't even trying. She also highlighted how the league's physicality has changed over the decades, citing fans' desire for more beef and attitude between opponents. However, Clark highlighted how the NBA's lack of physicality comes from the incredibly level of skill current players possess, which makes it easier to produce, without hurting their bodies. Clark concluded that basketball is so great because the sport is always evolving, adding, it's going to be different than when MJ played, it's going to be different in 10 years than it is now. With just one season of professional hoops under belt, Caitlin Clark has already proven herself as a veteran of the game.